Hello everybody, this is Danny from Deep South Homestead. We are back out at the blueberries again this morning picking on our farm. As you can see here, this is what we look at when we come here in the morning times, guys. Look at this. You see all this? We're out here, it ain't even daylight good yet because this is the time in the morning we have to pick. These are out in the broad open sun. You don't want to pick blueberries when the sun is on them. You want to pick them while they're still cool and damp with dew, because that's when they're at their best. We are trying to get some berries in here before we lose too many of them. We like this time in the morning because you hear the birds in the background. It's kind of peaceful. The traffic's not too heavy right now. Everything's real nice out here. It just helps us to enjoy God's creation and enjoy picking the fruits of the trees. Because, I mean, guys, they're everywhere. I mean, this here, let me show you something. You see this? This is like 10 minutes. Not even 10 minutes. That many berries. Now this tree back here behind us now, this is a totally different variety. This is a Tiff Blue. These are a lot sweeter, but they all get ready usually all at once. Now this one hasn't even started turning good yet. These are fantastic berries on this tree also. A lot sweeter than the other ones, but problem is these, when they start getting ready, they start busting, especially if it rains, and these have to be used for jelly, and we don't really have any customers or anything that likes jelly berries. They like to just eat them whole. So a lot of these will actually, sad to say, a lot of these will actually probably go to waste. We are back up in our Premier. Now everybody's going to want to know what variety these are. These are Premier. The Premier blueberry is the blueberry to grow. Okay guys, we have picked one tree clean here. Wanda and I are kind of OCD, and we wanted to see just how many berries we get off of one tree. And this is it right here. There is almost, this is a big bucket, man. This thing is huge. There's probably 2.5 gallons in here, I would say, at least. 2.5 gallons come off of this one tree, and we've got 100 of these trees in here. So you can see the tree. There's virtually no more berries in here. I mean, you might find one like that ain't really red. I mean, really blue, but most of these trees, this tree is clean. No more berries on it. As you can see, we have went through and picked just about everything off this tree that was blue. Got a few more berries that still got to turn, but guys, we ended up with 2.5 gallons here off of one tree.
All right, Danny's dumped his in. That's 3 of these containers full in 45 minutes. And now, when we get through in a little while, we're going to pick more. You got to get all the stems out. You see a red berry every now and then, or a green one. You have to get those out. But for the most part, approximately 5 gallons of berries in 45 minutes.
We get the bucket right under the thing here, guys. We just roll them off with our fingers. The ones that are ripe, you touch them, and they just fall off. It's not, you don't have to reach and touch each individual berry. You just roll them through your fingers. Everybody's wondering how come you don't end up with a bunch of red berries, because the red ones usually will hang on. The ripe ones will fall off. And it just comes with experience picking. You want to let your trees get to the right particular stage too. Just run your fingers all up through the limbs. I mean, they're everywhere in here. And we are so thankful for the Hoss tool bucket, because this, my friends, is the one tool. Now, that's a little bit heavy. Let me say that for people who don't know. But guys, for picking any kind of fruits or vegetables or anything like this where you're standing up, I mean, this is ideal. You don't have to hold anything. You just basically, they just fall. You keep it right under where you're working. They're constantly falling down in the bucket while you're picking. I'm not having to try to aim at a bucket. I just get close and just drop. And they're going right in it. All the weight's on my shoulders. There's no weight on my hands, and then you can just throw out junk that's in it. We just keep coming around the tree, pulling limbs down. A lot of people stand and want to pick one berry at a time. Be here all day doing that. Blueberries are very forgiving. You just snatch the limbs down, get the berries off. Like, I'll give you for instance here. See these limbs? If I can get them held back, we'll pull a limb down like this right here, right over the bucket, and you just take your fingers and go through here. Doesn't take any time. You just work your way up there. You'll get a red berry every now and then, but we go back to them when we grate them. All that'll come out. Just a matter of minutes. You've completely cleaned the limb up. No more berries. All clean. And then we'll go back. As we're moving over to another limb, you just grab the leaves, the sticks, and that's what you end up with right there. Okay guys, it is 8:20. We are finishing up here now for the day. This is what we've got. We've got a sale for 4 gallons of blueberries. We put them in Ziploc bags. Make sure we got a full gallon in each bag. We have this, and this. This is where we've already graded them. People don't want any kind of berries that have any kind of red coloring on them or anything like that, so we have to pick them out. They only want black, dark colored berries. And plus we clean and get any kind of twigs or sticks or anything like that out of them that fell on pieces of leaves or anything. And for those who say that we don't have very big blueberries, let me tell you something. I'm going to reach back in here and pick up a couple of these blueberries. We have a quarter right there, and people say that these berries are not big as a quarter. See that? It completely covers the quarter. You tell me that these blueberries are not as big as the quarter is. There's a quarter. It's a real one. See, it's all the way around to the edge of the quarter, all the way. And people say we don't have blueberries as big as quarters. I can reach back in here and just start picking up these. Look at the size of these. Look at my hand and the size of these berries. Look at the size of the bottle cap. Them berries are as big as those bottle caps. Another one right there. Just lay it in there. Look at that. Covers almost the whole bottle cap up. So there's plenty of them here. That's huge. So we are about to head into town, get these berries sold that we have a sale for here, and get back home to our animals and our farm. Okay guys, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes when we do something. We have to clean all these blueberries before they're put up in the freezer. We've got 7 gallons here. We sold 4 in town this morning before we ever came home. And you see this bed sheet we got laid out here. It has all types of debris on it. It's got little twigs and leaves and trash and stuff like that, stems from the blueberries. This is what all has to go on before you can actually put these things up and keep them or sell them or whatever you want to do. But that's what we do every time we pick blueberries.
And we don't wash these.
No, never wash a berry before you put it up.
Always, if you're going to freeze, don't wash them.
Don't.
And that's why they were laid out, so they would dry out.
When we picked them this morning, it was at daylight, and they were covered up with dew and wet. When we pick them, we bring them home, we spread them out. We have a sheet and a towel underneath it here in front of our air conditioning unit here where it pulls the air back across them. And it dries them off real quick and dry, so when we put them up, they're not wet in any way. They're not going to stick together. They'll come out of the bag real easy. And don't wash any fruits or vegetables when you put them up. So, I guess that's it.
That's it for today's blueberries.
That's it for today's blueberries.
So we're going to be eating some more.
We're going to be eating some more blueberries after a while, I'm guessing. So thank you guys for Deep South Homestead.
And don't forget, guys, to check out our t-shirts in the link below. Our slogan is Deep South Homestead, where people gather and leave as friends. You know that whether it's here on YouTube, in the comments below our videos, whether it's on the live stream chats, whether it is on Facebook at the Deep South Homestead Gathering Place, or here in our home. When people gather, they leave as friends. So check out our t-shirts. They come in regular t-shirts, they come in the women's slouchy tanks, and we also have children's available this time. So when you gather at Deep South, you leave as friends. Thank you, guys.